The Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings. He said the thing. He said the thing.
He is the brother of dragons.
What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 2, Episode 2. If this is your first time watching with us, don't worry, there's a link in the description. Get to the previous episode. Make sure you stay to the very end, because you know me and Rekkai, we're going to chop it up. Have a bit of a back and forth, if you will, over the things we've enjoyed and some of the things we may be scratching our heads about. And we're going to address some of the comments and questions in the Discord. You want to be a part of that? It's tons of fun. There's a link in the description. It's free, freezy peasy. So without any further ado, let's get started.
We're not paupers.
You're the one said we'd be wise to tighten our purse strings. Or were you not including yourself when you...
Let that man eat. I'm a future king, baby. I need to eat.
Married a prince. And now
Right.
you're bound to an outcast.
For a mine full of fire opals.
But you a real one, a day one. Yeah. Uh-oh.
You may as well...
What's she doing?
Yeah.
That's
Mine
right.
is shaking.
That's
That's
right.
the worst
Trying to
kind
tell
of
them
earthquake. And you underground?
was-
Ugh.
they digging too much.
You think it's that, or is the blight?
Well, I mean, the blight was, touching everything on the outside. But since they're digging under the earth, I just think that, you know what I'm saying, the problem that they always talked about in Lord of the Rings was that they were digging too much. And that could be the blight, the effects of the blight right there.
He has returned already.
Got dark in the mud.
Wouldn't
Are
be
they
standing
not
there.
seeds you planted?
Oh, she's dreaming. She's dreaming.
Oh. My man got poison ivy.
She's tripping.
Oh, yeah. Was that a vision then? That wasn't a dream. That was a vision, huh?
That's it. She out here touching the rain.
We should send ships up the Anduin. Invade Mordor from the west.
See to the preparations.
Man, I need you on your A game.
He's like, something's off. Is your head not in this?
And for that he needs not armies, but rings. And he cannot craft them.
Look, he's like, not my ring.
He's not my ring.
Rest assured, Celebrimbor and the secrets of his craft are...
My man is up in his crib right now with his feet kicked up.
Yeah. The first thing he did was cover his ring.
Even now, I knew it.
How?
Be touching this ring. It be telling me.
The clouds black gathering over white towers.
Then send me to...
That's the blight.
Alter their very reality. You have already been affected once.
You too close, my boo.
But he wishes you good fortune on your journey.
Are you asking me to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case he changes his mind?
But he's wounded, King. Look.
That's a brand. They branded him?
No, he refuses to leave, my lord.
Oh, so he did get the message.
All he cares to. I promised Lady Galadriel before she left that I would never treat with him again.
Oh, okay. He ain't got the message.
Was there something more?
I believe he's injured, my lord.
He's so wounded. Dang.
I don't understand. Like Game of Thrones, at least they had ravens. This
Sauron is like, nah, ain't nobody coming. Took care of that.
and who is it out here that's just killing elves like that? Like, I know all elves ain't Legolas, but
Yeah, that made it sound like it was light work, right?
Hey, that's cold-blooded right there.
It is. It really is. Khazad-dûm?
Yes, the Western Room. Now, that's some people that was after Wish version of Gandalf, right?
Yeah, when they try to run up on him in season 1. It's that group of people, right?
You got a strange looking.
Ugh. Just a whole lot of no.
I'm just you out here. Who told you bleed on my floor? See what the butterflies is talking about.
I like the effect though.
The hell?
Damn, now there's some presents for you.
The blood I wasted to bring you before me should have been spent on more useful servant.
Dang. Oh, there's something growling in the back.
What about?
Oh, dude, right there has the looks of Saruman, don't he?
A little bit. Got the Hawaiian silky all down, except for his got a little bit of brown in it.
Mm-hmm.
Scorpion stung me. I fell over and, well, that's how
you found the cactus.
You two wouldn't be trafficking in conjecture, would you?
No, wouldn't dream of it.
Good.
They tightened up quick.
Hey, you see your jaw in there?
Dang, they made it worse.
The bond is broken. The hand of darkness has closed around Khazad-dûm. Dig carefully, dealt master.
Yo, she sang her ass off though. She had to pull in some Aretha.
No shame in it. Even I've heard them.
Oh, you have? Huh. When I was 5.
Palace hands. Been polishing jewels all his life.
You've been gone too long, man. You ain't on your throne today, huh?
Apologize.
You're giving me indigestion.
Good. Now listen to your guts.
Do you not wish to live in beauty?
Master Círdan, I cannot trust these rings.
Oh, now I can definitely recognize him. Now he shaved his face.
Now you look like dude from
Not to me.
Interview with the Vampire.
Rumil's verses into the flame because the poet was a drunkard.
Rumil was a drunkard.
Do not ask of Diaron. Oh, insufferable. But a voice that could make the very sun weep tears of fire. Judge the work, and leave judgment concerning those who wrought it to the judge who sees all things.
It's a bar.
It is
Yeah.
with humility.
Until you start talking about like R. Kelly. Then you'd be like,
Wish I could know your peace.
You can.
I mean, he doesn't share the same judgment for him with that ring.
You need to rest.
Oh, certainly not.
I was about to say, he can rest. He's like, if I stop,
Wake up!
I am falling and I cannot get up. Oh.
Get back here! I saw it. I know I saw it. Come on. Poppy's not breathing anymore. Got it.
You tell them dudes where y'all at.
Yeah.
Great goats, you're alive. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost.
But the little skull face dude's about to ride up on their horses.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all done rang the mother of all bells.
I'd be crying, except my eyes are too dry.
Ugh. No, ain't nobody wash their hands.
You ain't worried about that bell?
He He know, they coming. Or he done seen us in his visions before. He done been here too.
What is it?
Yeah, out here looking like Moses.
It's not dissimilar.
Broke ass Moses.
Nori.
Are y'all having a hallucinating?
So, oh, they deeper this time too. They had 3 before, now they 5. What's that symbol right there?
We saw it earlier.
What are you doing? No, get down!
To do something with it. Oh, okay.
The tornado just for y'all.
Damn. All right. Dang, he blew the stick away? Goodness.
Oh. And tore up his little stick. Hold on.
Gone.
It's gone.
Has it?
My man is like Middle Earth's Tony Stark right now.
Made from our last sliver of mithril.
Out of the moonlight. It is all but invisible.
It is.
It's like the writing on the inside of the One Ring.
Right.
Our visitor.
It needed fire to activate it.
The night is cold. Shall I bring him ashore?
Catching feelings. There's an interesting umbrella for you. Look, he came down to meet.
Not since she left for Lindon.
Then you know nothing of what's happened. Nothing of the ring.
Have they worked?
You do better to ask her.
She is not here. You are.
What about the High King?
This dude.
I applaud your patience.
Where are you going?
There's no cause to stay where I'm not wanted.
Wait.
God.
He's like, got him. I mean, but dude is a master manipulator.
Yes,
I mean,
he
he is Sauron.
Ram, please, tell me. The rings. Did they work?
I want to know who stopped the messengers.
They worked wonders.
When
Now I need you to make 12 more.
And
then a 13th one.
And Lindon.
Yes. Are you weeping?
No.
It's his masterpiece,
This is
right?
pride.
Yeah,
This
man.
pride,
This is
yep.
Sistine Chapel.
Pride. Because now he's like, dang, I didn't even know I could do something like that.
Slightest inkling.
Yep. I stopped the fall of the blight. And
For all this time, after so many centuries, to finally create.
yeah.
I'm going to open a first stage
He's
bottle.
like, oh, you thought that was something? Hold on. I got an idea.
Saving it.
I'm ain't mad at him for that.
Celebrimbor. Are you my friend?
Yes, of course. Why?
Because there is no place for half-truths between those who have worked so close as you and I.
So I'm going to tell you something.
There is much you do not know. Much I want to tell you, only...
You're afraid.
You see, I've never been able to hide anything from you.
This dude. Pouring honey wine in his ear.
Whatever it is you wish to say to me, I shall receive it with an open heart.
I did not come here to toast the Elven rings, but to plead with you.
Make some more.
To make more.
Even if I did wish to forge more rings, the dwarves would never provide the meat.
I think you'll find the dwarves facing a dilemma all their own.
What dilemma? What are you talking about, Halbrand?
My name is not Halbrand.
Uh-oh.
What?
When
Your
Galadriel
name is-
discovered the truth, she cast me out. And I dare not risk the same happening with you.
Thunder was right on time.
I take it then you are not a king.
No. Not a king.
Come on now, if there was ever a sign.
Mortal.
What are you?
There are forces.
I am him. You would call me Himothy.
Times they send aid in the form of an envoy, a messenger.
Okay.
Sent to bring guidance to the ears of the wise.
So he's...
What sort of guidance?
Mordor's rise was but the beginning. At this very moment, all Middle-earth balances on the brink of the abyss. Soon, every realm will fall. The darkness is growing stronger, and the rings of power are our last hope of restoring the light. You and I have work to do.
You know they ask him who he is.
That you are a messenger from the Valar.
Oh, well, there's an introduction for you.
Halbrand? Halbrand!
He's gone.
Oh, not the wine.
Not the wine.
Man, that corrupted you to pieces now. You done. You are his.
Halbrand!
Halbrand's gone. Halbrand gotta be gone.
Hey, he extinguished your
Big
forge.
setup. Galadriel now must show up at any moment.
Oh yeah, a day late and a dollar short.
Yeah, but he can, I don't know, eat.
It's of faraway lands.
Oh, shit.
In search of an artist possessing the craft to save all Middle-earth. Never again will the world overlook you as the mere scion of Feanor, but forevermore revere you.
Yeah, walked out the fire.
The Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings. He said the thing. He said the thing.
He is the brother of dragons.
Now, that's an introduction, boy. Let me tell you.
Dang. Okay, if we don't have enough Jesus imagery in this.
Kneel before Zod, yeah.
Not bow to me.
Did he just take a knee?
Beheld your natural form.
He didn't bent the knee.
Rise.
Oh yeah, he got him.
But he's taking a different form.
What am I to call you?
I am your partner. No more. No less. A sharer of gifts. Annatar.
Annatar.
Lord of gifts.
The deceiver.
Everybody be blinged out, boy.
You summoned me?
You have new orders, Commander. You depart for Eregion at first light with 5 of our bravest elves.
Thank you for reconsidering.
It is not I you ought to thank.
Elrond, I am very grateful you have decided to join my company.
I'm afraid you misunderstand, Galadriel. Elrond's task is not to join your company.
To lead it, huh?
But to lead it.
I ain't mad at Elrond. I get it. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna just
We
give
gonna
you
do
the keys
this.
to
We're gonna do
everything.
it my way.
Yeah. Look, but she kind of respected a little bit, a teeny bit.
Yeah.
She like, all right.
I mean, but that's what she asked him to do.
What is it?
Come see your Faja.
Yep. Summoned by your papa.
It's some sort of invitation from Lord Celebrimbor. He wants the dwarves to come to Eregion.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. It's happening. Everybody's gonna get ringed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy. Like, you kind of know what's gonna happen, but you still to see it unfold, you still be like, don't do it. Reconsider.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Read some literature.
Oh man, now I can't. Now I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 100. This episode was slower. It was slower. It did feel the same pacing as like the first season. And yes, I understand. You can't just be out the gates every single episode. That's just not the type of material that we're dealing with. Lord of the Rings is going to have a pace. You know, it's a lot of lore to get through. It's a lot of understanding of a lot of different characters. But it still feels slow. That's the thing. It's only the second episode. It's not a deal breaker, not by any means. I'm still enjoying the world. I'm still enjoying life being breathed into all of these great characters and the twists and the turns that we are taking. But I am starting to brace myself just a little bit and be like, okay, you're gonna have to like sit down, get a nice little glass of wine or some water, and just sit here and, you know, let this story kind of like get life breathed into it. Like, just chill out, you know, turn the volume down a little bit. How you feeling so far about episode 2?
I don't disagree with what you just said. I think it's interesting how, so now we are back on par with some of the things in the book, and I know that they have to weave this story. So Lisa in the chat said that Anatar is from the Silmarillion.
Okay.
I've always had a hard time saying that. The funny thing about this is, it's kind of like you said, it's like we know where this is going, but do we? Because even, all right, so going back to Lord of the Rings movies, right?
Okay.
Here in this, we have Sauron in an actual human form, right?
Right.
But in the movies, he was not human. He was not in a form. His specter, his spirit, whatever, his influence over everything ruled. But it ruled through the ring itself. So what do we actually have here? Because now we got him in human form. So it's almost like, if you're thinking, you know, outside the box.
Okay.
At some way. And I love how you take something like this and certain other big properties borrow from something like this, because it almost seems like the 3 rings that the elves have, the 12 rings that we know are going to be given to the tribes of man, and the 1 ring to control them all, don't they remind you of Horcruxes?
Yeah. Okay, I see where you're going. Okay.
Yeah. And so what we got in the Lord of the Rings movies is very much what we got. It was kind of backwards though, where through the Horcruxes in the Harry Potter world, we had the specter, the influence of Voldemort was always there, but he was on his way to turning himself into a human, back into a corporeal form. But here, to me, it seems like we're going the other way.
Okay.
Sauron's like, I don't need to be in a body. Once I get my rings done, I will live on through forever through the rings and influence whoever's got my rings. And I think that's kind of an interesting reverse take on it. I could be wrong.
Okay.
You know, in the story to get there, you're right. Where normally there's 8 episodes to this season, and normally that slowdown comes in the middle. We got a pretty good episode 1.
Yeah, it was super good.
This was
really
a
good.
lot of slowdown and a lot of talky. We had a lot of talky, and you know, I know you saw them, the yawns and stuff. They're like, okay, listen, I'm here to see where the stories go, but listen, I need somebody fighting somebody. I need some sword swinging, some something. Because listen,
yeah, I feel
so where I was good with season 1, just because it seemed like there was more happening. Like you did some world building. That made for people who are familiar with the world. Okay, if you watch Lord of the Rings, you watch The Hobbit, you know where we're going with this thing. But if you were not familiar, if this was your entry into it, okay, we got to do some world building. We did a little bit of that, but we did a really nice setup in episode 1. And here it's like they pulled the pace all the way back. I was like, come on now. We was on drive. We were driving.
we was rolling, man.
Now we not even in reverse. We in neutral. Like, oh my God. Like, is an old lady back here pushing a car? Like,
yeah. Now,
so for me, that's a little frustrating. And I know it's almost like where I was more up on season 1 than you were. And now, you know, this episode 2 is, look, I'm ready to take a nap. Hell, I feel like I ate Thanksgiving dinner. Jesus.
Yeah, normally the reaction it's a lot of back and forth, you know, things like this reaction was a little bit more subdued. But there were, let me try and see if we could talk about some things that were kind of interesting. I think one of the things I pulled it up on the video player as we're watching this. They're doing some interesting things with some of the magic and some of the history behind maybe some of the beings that make up who these wizards could be. We saw somebody that could be a Sauron type of prequel or whatever it was by their stature, and we saw, you know, him send out, you know, I guess hitman per se to go out and kill who we believe who could possibly be Gandalf. There are some kind of interesting things going on that with spending the budget in cool ways, like with the moth scene, spending the budget in cool ways with the tornado, you know. So they are kind of like giving us things to make sure that we don't leave, right? I guess that's the best way I can say. There is giving us just enough sugar to kind of us to get past kind of like some of the bland. Does that make sense?
See, I thought of it a different way.
Okay.
And you pointed this out to me in other series, and I didn't think about it, but in other series, I understood what you're saying, and now, unfortunately, I look for that now.
Okay.
You got to save that budget, and we spending the budget. You know, they gave us a little budget in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
They skimped on the budget in episode 2. Because really, we saw a lot of set pieces and things that we had previously seen. Okay, they gave us a little bit of a tornado. They gave us very small bits. I think and I'm hoping and praying that we have something major coming down the pipe.
Okay.
Where over several, or you know, maybe it's the back half of the season where there's like, okay, take the chains off the purse strings, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, open up the wallet all the way, spend that budget, because this ain't it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you're breaking records with budget, so That's the thing. I think, like I said before, like that was one of my disappointments in season 1. I'm like, you were breaking records for the amount of money spent per episode at the time.
Yeah, because what are they spending, like $1.80 per episode or something like that?
It was something insane. Yeah, I mean, it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of a blockbuster movie per episode. You know, so it's like you want to see.
Yeah, which is crazy because I was like, how many people are signed up to have an Amazon Prime? And like, listen, they didn't got aliens signed up for Amazon Prime, and they spending money like it's growing on trees.
Yeah, I forgot
they over printing their own money.
Let me ask you one more.
Okay, so if you're spending that much per episode, right?
All right.
In the first 2 episodes, I mean, I didn't really see that much money spent like that. I mean, we have beautiful set pieces. So for whoever's creating the set pieces in the digital studio or however it's being done, okay, you spent some money. I'm seeing the beauty. I'm seeing the world that Peter Jackson gave us. I see it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that kind of money though.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I just Googled it.
So that's what
Amazon
I'm saying. Like
$465 million on this series. That's almost $500 million. See that's
what?
$465 million for first series, according to.
That's okay. There's 8 episodes. That's like 60 mil per episode. Yeah. So I don't know what these kind of things cost, costuming the whole 9 to get the look. But if you're talking about 60 mil per episode,
yeah,
I'm going to say they spent like 20, 30 mil on these first 2 episodes. Like these first 2 episodes feel like 60 mil. So they got to be saving the money for big stuff. I mean, like, even if we say the pacing of season 1 was slow, I mean, you got the little war with the Southland folks and the orcs and the elves and the people that came over from across the sea. Like, we got to get more of that and even bigger, in each season we got to get more and bigger. So
yeah. See, and that was my issue. I think that actually, if I'm being truthful, I think me knowing the price is kind of what kind of ruined it for me. And I think I've said this before when we were talking about season 1. I was like, I wish I didn't know the price because the price brings an expectation. If I did not known the price, I'd probably be looking at it completely different. But for that amount of money, it's just like. Yeah, like the article says, this is from The Verge, said, to put things in perspective, the U.S. government plans to spend $451 million in 2021 on lunar exploration. That is the equivalent cost of just 1 season of Lord of the Rings. That's a lot. That's a lot of dough. Let me change gears real quick because I did want to talk about something within the show, and that we did kind of get introduced to a couple of new characters that was in season 1. Characters in a storyline that I thought was pretty interesting in season 1, and that was Prince Durin, the relationship that he has with his father and his wife, Disa. How did you feel about that being brought back, or was it still not enough?
It's not enough yet.
Okay.
So the thing is, it's having that the gift and the curse of foreknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of know what happens to Durin because of the Hobbit movies, or if you read the books, The Hobbit, right? So you know what happens to Durin. The problem with that right now is, okay, so they got invited up here to come see Celebrimbor, because they are needed for, what they've been mining and the mithril and things like that to create these, to create the rings themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But where the story's going right now, like I guess the best way to put it is I don't care.
Ah, okay.
I don't
fair.
care. What I thought we got more with the relationship between Durin and Elrond.
Yeah,
in
that
the
was a good
first,
segment. Yeah.
You know, and where the dwarves were more important because they had to go out on a limb to do what they had to do for Elrond to create the three rings. And I understand now. I'm asking, you know, the Celebrimbor is going to need more from them, and even more because, you know, he don't even know that he can recreate 13 more rings. You know, he made 3 last time, and it got Durin and his father on the outs. Now I need to make 13. But right now, where the story is, and Durin got thrown out, I don't really care right now. Like, to me, this is not enough of a like setting the table.
Okay.
I don't really care. Right now, and it's crazy because as much as I didn't care about the halflings, I cared about, you know, wish version of Gandalf or whoever he is in the first season. I didn't care about the halflings with him, right?
Right.
But now the little people, and it kind of tripped me out that he said that they was humans with the skull mask, and that whole little part where he sent his, you know, they turn into moth, butterfly, golden butterfly, his assassins. I don't know what's going on over there, that kind of magic and wizardry or whatever, but that is more interesting than what's going on in Khazad-dûm to me. Like,
there's a flip. Okay, there's a flip.
Yeah, I don't care about the dwarves at this point, and I want to see. I was like, is that Gandalf, and why are they after him? You know, he's lost, and it seems like they're trying to take him out and kill him before he becomes a threat. Like, are these people, are they working for Sauron? Because that seems completely different than what's going on in Mordor. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, and you asked the question, who killed the messengers, right? Like, is that a part of their thing, or like what's going on with that, right? Like, there's something.
Not only that, because we don't see what Halbrand Sauron did on his ride from, you know, being with Adar to get to, you know, Eregion. But it also doesn't seem like, I mean, they don't have ravens, and he seems solo. Like right now, what he's doing, he's on his own, and he is influencing people by being in their presence.
Okay.
He's influencing the elves, and maybe what's going on with Galadriel and the high elf and Círdan by the rings, maybe.
I mean, that's what
But
I'm assuming.
it don't seem like he got other agents and other people out here working on his behalf. You know, so that's what seems weird. Like, you know, when Palpatine did it, Palpatine had people all over. Like, he had people, you know, he was your boy from The Usual Suspects. Like, you didn't even know you was working for dude. He out here pulling jobs. You got people that you don't even know you're working for him.
Well, I do think Sauron is pulling these strings. We saw in the very beginning when we saw the map and we saw the blight kind of spreading, or maybe that's Sauron's influence. For him to have firsthand knowledge of what's going on with, you know, with the dwarves leads you to believe that he was the one that caused the sunshades to fall and the mountain to not hear. You know, maybe that has something to do with, like, his power and his influence. He doesn't necessarily have to be there to see it happen. You know, he can just, I don't know, will things to pass because he's not human. So it's not out of the realms of like possibility. And we got a chance to see, you know, firsthand on a very small scale, with one of the elves, the elder elf, with the ring. When he was playing with the fish in the water, you know, he could just will these things to happen on a smaller scale. So imagine Sauron, you know, on a much larger scale with the power that he already has. Maybe he does have that power to kind of like cave in where the dwarves live, to force them to come out, to make the ritual. It's like he's doing Palpatine kind of stuff, you know, in order to, you know, influence Celebrim. I always think it's Celebrimbor. Yeah, Celebrimbor. In order to influence him, in order to create these rings. I feel like that is kind of like what's happening. those tendrils that we saw are his influence and his power. So that to me is interesting to see what he does. It's you know, his unveiling to showing his true form I thought was kind of dope. At least visually it was kind of dope. Let's just see how that attaches to the story. Lisa in the chat said I thought Halbrand did. I think that's in reference to killing the messengers. He's always said I think Sauron is causing the blight on the dwarves to give the dwarves the desperation for their rings. Yeah, exactly. I think we're both on the same page on that. Because they are powerful. So I don't know. I guess it's a good place to kind of like close out with some final thoughts. Anything you want to say regarding this episode or the series as a whole from what we've seen so far?
I just think that a lot of times too, where you want people to draw their own interpretations of what is going on and to be kind of forward thinking, but I think the way that this was laid out, I don't know, maybe it was the way it was directed, was clunky to me, because we're making a lot of leaps. Like in season 1, they led you to believe that for the longest that Halbrand was good and he was curious, and they led you to believe that maybe Wishbrand Gandalf was really the bad guy because he would lose control, or whatever, and maybe he's Sauron. He don't know he's Sauron or whatever. He's otherworldly. With this, I don't know. It just seems really clunky for now, and maybe it's the comparison to, you knew that Voldemort had Death Eaters who was out here doing things to herald his return.
Right.
You knew that Palpatine had, he had apprentices. He had Darth Vader, who had Darth Maul and Darth Tyrannus and Asajj Ventress and all these people, there were Cypher Dyas, that he had all these people out here doing other things in the shadows, working on his behalf. I don't see that here. There's nothing that's led me to believe. Hell, the Uruk are following Adar. They're not, as a matter of fact, they're like, wait, are you sure Sauron ain't coming back? Because last time he was here, we kind of screwed him over, like, so they not
like,
working, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything that's going on in Mordor don't seem like they working on his behalf. You know what I'm saying? They just they the bad guys, and they do what the bad guys do, but they don't work. They're not working on Sauron's behalf. So I don't know. It just, we're taking leaps. It's like, it seems like Halbrand may have did this, he may have did that, he may have did this, but right now we just taking leaps because I don't know. And the only reason I say this because this other little group that's after, budget Gandalf, who the hell are they? Because they don't seem, are they working on Sauron's behalf as well? Or
just a random wild card, it feels.
So I don't know. Just
I wanted to give a quick
right now. It
shout out.
seems like Halbrand is doing what he's doing on his own, and he got in here to speak to your boy, and maybe he did kill, or maybe maybe we'll see a flashback later where he's traipsing through the woods or whatever. He's on his horse on his way, and maybe he influenced some other animals, creatures, or something to do his bidding. Is hey, when some elves come through here, get them. I don't know, but it just, I don't know. Like I said, this episode did not, instead of leading me forward like episode 1 did, this one came to almost a standstill, and I'm kind of like, I need more information.
Christina in the chat said, I think they just need to make it make sense in episode 3 before they lose us. Unfortunately, I think episode 3 is going to be in Numenor. I'm just guessing because we haven't seen it just yet. And Lisa said Numenor is going to be very important. Christine says Sauron is controlling stuff. They're just not showing it. They just need to show at least glimpses of it, and soon. This is still weird. I got the opposite feeling from this episode. I loved it more than the first one. Okay, so we got some interesting takes on that. I'm curious what you all think too in the YouTube chat. Maybe me and Rekkai are a bit of an island on this regarding episode 2. What do you think? Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, and the phone is definitely what did we miss. If you have been enjoying the conversation that me and Rekkai have had, his YouTube channel itself is the best place to get an even deeper understanding of this content that we enjoy. Rekkai, can you tell the people how they get in contact with you?
Yeah, if you like my particular brand of running off at the mouth, I tend to do my own breakdowns, deep dives, analysis of these series, episodes, movies that we watch, where I find kind of a theme that resonated with me in the episode itself and then kind of expound on it a bit. I will be doing deep dives on these just because I too need a break from doing everything that is Doctor Who. As much as I am a Whovian through and through, I do like to talk about other stuff, and I see some interesting parallels and things between this and some of the other things that we watched in the past and may even watch in the future.
Okay.
So if you like that sort of thing, you can see me on my Patreon. It's the exact same almost address as my YouTube, but youtube.com/Noop from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. Gotta be about this. And as I could tell from the chat and the people that we have in the comments all the time, we have some very intelligent people watching along with us on this journey. So it's gotta be about this, but as much as it's gotta be about that, it's gotta be about this too. You got to put this in there. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you for everybody that's showing all the love and support. If you want to be a part of the Discord conversation, there's a link in the description. You can get to it super quick. This is episode 2, and we will see you all in episode 3. All right, y'all. Take care. Peace.